but we're gonna have to wait until a little bit later until we talk about them, because we got to get into that Qadsiah versus Goud guys matchup coming in first here. Huge David and Goliath match. I think our expectations, like Jaws said, is going to be that 3-0 here for Alcad.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Alcad, they've lost 2 maps this stage. Like, man, there's a lot good guys need to do to, I think, even find a map in this series. Alcad just look head and shoulders above the rest. Obviously, they've already qualified as well. Is there ever going to be a doubt that they are number one? Them and TM as well have had a pretty nice opening game, went to all 5 maps, and they've had this rivalry since mid-season 2. This team is just so good. They can play everything, and of course they're playing Symmetra with Checkmate, and it just works out because he used a sim region. I don't know how. They just continue to make it work.
Hold on, I just bet 63,000 channel points on Qadsiah.
Dude, what's it? Okay.
Nice.
I think you might be
97%. Like, I know it's 97% Qadsiah. I know I'll win like 200 channel points back, but I really do feel like at 97% chance of winning, I'm still getting good odds on Qadsiah here because they're that dominant in this series. So I just went all in on Qadsiah with my channel points.
I mean, I can't really blame you, right? You look at the lineup that you've got with Ziad. Labs has been so consistent here as well, and then the back line is so good on the side of Alcad. You really, it's hard to bet against them, that's for certain. But then talking about good guys as well, I think that you look at this team, and even though they are in that kind of promo relegation zone, I wanna get your thoughts, Johnny, on what you hope good guys can maybe take away from this game as far as like learning or experience or things that they can try out for the future. Some silver lining, give me something.
Well, first of all, I don't think they probably play Qadsiah in scrims that much. So, you know, it's always good you get to play an opponent that you don't usually get to play, especially when they're that good, because it is a bit of a meme, but truly playing some of the best teams, it's like the best practice you can get, because then you realize like how big of a gap it is, and you will figure out a ton of stuff throughout the series. You will be exploited several times throughout the series, and then you go back in VODs and you'll be like, oh, well, like we did this wrong, we did that wrong, and like you will just have like a list of like 10 things that you could have done better, and then you can use that for the rest of your practice, right? So that's a great opportunity for them. I think you just gotta vibe with this one.
Yeah.
You just gotta have a good time, recognize that you are the big underdogs here, and if you start popping off, give yourself a chance, and then we'll kind of see what happens throughout.
Any players as far as like maybe pop off potential here, Jaws? Like, we know the expectations, right? But I think even in that Extinction versus SSG game, we gave a lot of love over to the DPS, maybe someone who can have like a bright moment. Do you feel like anyone on Good Guys maybe stands out in that way as someone that we're expecting to grow going forward?
Do you even need to ask? Crocs on the Hog? Come on, man. That's it. That's the difference maker. Crocs, Hog. At the end of the day, look, Hawk got it done on Hog. Suravasa the other day. That means Crocs can also get it done in a series and be dominant. Is it going to be good, and is it going to get banned out? Yes and no. We'll see. But it's going to be tough. They just got to, like Johnny said, go in, just no expectations for themselves, know that they are severe underdogs. I mean, look at the chat, 97 to 3%, and just have a good time with it, vibe out a little bit. You know, the comms are going to be kind of lighting up as well. I just want Crocs to bust out his Hog. I'm going to be real. That's it. That's all I want to see.
Yeah, I think a matchup like this is always great to kind of train that mental and ensure that you're able to maintain the good vibes that you guys are talking about. But we're not gonna have to wait too much longer. Let's head straight into this Alcad versus Good Guys games. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Ash. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one, Johnny. I mean, what are your predictions for this? Is it a 3-0, a 3-1?
Oh yeah, no, 3-0. If GGA doesn't get a point, like, I'll believe it. Like, it'll be that one-sided. So sorry, I'm being like honest here, but I think it's really tough because I don't even think Hog is a good pick here, Jack. Like, Qadsiah are going to be able to play around the Hog.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it's pretty good against like the ball and stuff. Like, okay, there are merits to the Hog in this current meta, but Ziad's pretty good at this thing called Diva, which is very good against Hog, and also Ana can be played, and yeah, it's going to be a rough one. Lijiang Tower is our first map, and Lijiang, not too much of a surprise, but I would like to see again, if you are Good Guys right now, just come out the gate swinging. come out with some crazy, gnarly, off-the-wall pick.
Like what?
I don't know. Like counter sim tour, build a comp or something. I mean, Lab just played like Bastion and stuff like that too.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see Qadsiah there, you know. They're definitely going to pull out like the Symmetra Bastion or something on Gardens, you know. And so typically it'd be like, okay, we'll pull out something wacky. Well, that would be the Wrecking Ball, Wu Yang Kiri, Freya Venture, or what have you, right?
That's deep.
But at this point, there's so many default comps now, Jack. That are there truly any kind of like cheese picks? Like Torb, but Torb is kind of legit.
Good point. Yeah, actually, good point. Are there any cheese picks right now? Hog, yeah, because Hog is like Hog can be played. I mean, Doofus, I would say at the moment, weirdly, is like more off base than like a Hog. So honestly, Crocs, you do you, buddy. Let's get some highlights in there for the Twitter reel.
Wait,
all right, yeah. Actual Doom, real Doom.
I love this. So
lay me up here, Johnny. How does the Doom work here?
Well, the reason I love the Doom in this scenario is because it's very all-in, right? And you're already down X 4 versus 5. But essentially, we've seen Doom in the past, and it's very explosive. Like, you go in, you try to deal a lot of damage and have a lot of follow-up. Crocs falls down to his death. Very sad indeed. But it is a bit of a lottery character. Like, either you just like get a mega punch and you set up the rest of your team, or you do absolutely nothing. And in this case, Crocs did nothing and swapped over to the Roto.
That's space. Hey, we're going in.
Good luck.
Closing the gap is going to be difficult with the Hog.
Okay.
Initially. But it's instantly Suzu'd. And now it is time for Crocs to take infinite damage from the Freya. Attempt hook, goes back in, hits the breather. Infinite damage incoming. And you see, can you hear how many take aim shots Crocs is taking, by the way? Just like that little weird noise. Well, Kyo does end up going down. Crocs now still hunting for another hook potentially. Jonowitz falls, almost gets booped off the map, but actually decides, you know what? I'm going to walk off. Oh no, Zia booped him. Okay, quick reset. All good.
It really came down to like the Zeus. Oh,
what is my guy doing?
What, yo?
Okay.
What is happening right now?
He just emoted out of the D.Va mech. Oh dear. Well. Oh, good.
Okay.
Crocs is one again. And Bolus. Suzu'd, he's dead. Pull pork, they call that. Wow.
That's tough.
That's tough.
Hey, Jack, how do they get back into this one? They got ultimates.
Johnny.
They got Kitsune Rush.
Let me check the script to see if Hogs lands a hook. Ziad is on. I have not seen this since like Overwatch 1. What am I seeing? Bro is in the back line. On
totally committed. No abilities.
Yeah. Nice pulse and checkmate too. Man, they really want lunch. Or dinner, I suppose. It's the EMEA.
Yeah, that is true, actually. It's evening for those guys. It's 10 a.m. over here, so I got like yogurt on my mind, not pulled pork. Anyway, it's Exchange in the backline here, and he's dead.
He's dead. He's dead. I just want to give everybody some update from the from the side of Good Guys. They were discussing cat names and cat breeds earlier. Hang on, let me do this rush fight real quick. Well, Crocs ends up getting Rone over, and overtime is here. Connects with a nice sound barrier. Will they end up getting a kill? Well, yeah, they get one at least. Self-destruct on the point again, but it looks like it's just the Tracer and the Lucio. Sound barrier hits two. SHJ at least a little bit more sustainable on the point. And everybody from Alcad looking pretty healthy to me. 99%, should be 100 in just a moment. SHA dies, Jonowitz doesn't get back to the point. And let me finish my point. They were talking about top tier cat names and bread. X said bread is also a top tier name for a red cat. So yeah, there you go. That's what's going on on the minds of Good Guys right now. Cat names, which is
bread actually a good cat name though?
I think so. For a red cat, I think that's a cute name. Bread.
Okay, so we got Crocs here. If he's skinny and ginger, call him Baguette. When he's stretch. Okay, I'm reading a Discord message, so the grammar is not perfect here because Crocs is typing in Discord, but that's what he's saying.
Okay. Well, let us know in the chat. Do you think bread is a good name for a skinny ginger cat when they stretch? Huh?
Or Baguette. I think Baguette.
Baguette.
Well, it's for the the skinny one.
Oh yeah, Baguette, sorry, yeah. All right, well, we do see SXJ at least on the bench here, so...
Here we go.
Nice here from Good Guys.
I like this
ball
comp.
from Keo. It's going to be... Yeah, it's not going to be used, like, super offensively. SXJ almost getting one tap there by Checkmate. Attempted the one clip, but didn't end up getting it. Crocs using that TP to get a different angle onto Alcad. They should be able to sniff this Doom out pretty quick. Landon picks up the Mega Health Pack. Nice little punch initially. Tries to get the power-up punch, but not quite there, sadly. Nice Suzu onto Ziad, keeps the mech fully intact. Goes for another punch. Oh, straight off the map, Kellic. Oh, he does go off. Good punch from Crocs. Oh, Lactus also won. Yeah, takes the skies there with that updraft. They can punch into the wall. A double for the Doom Fist. Okay, Good Guys. They finished their cat talk, and now it's time to lock in.
Oh my lord. If I was Matt Morello, I'd be making UFC references right now. But I'm not. But this is what I'm talking about. It gives you a chance. You just go in, hit a couple of punches, and suddenly you won a team fight against the best team in the EMEA.
It's pretty good. Actually, it reminds me of Dildox comms the other day. What if we just lock in for a round, guys? All right, Checkmate. He's got a pulse bomb in his hands. Looking for that high ground. Oh, Crocs is already dead, sadly. That's a lot of damage from Laughter, too. Oh, it's going to be a tough battle now. Pretty easy flip as well for Alcad.
Yeah, that's a bit like one-sided. That's the Doom experience. Like sometimes you get 3 good punches and sometimes you die early. I guess SXJ is swapping to the Tracer here as well, so you just have to be a bit more on the ball. Like you can't get recall force early because you need to synchronize with Crocs here on the Doomfist to get those joint dives going together.
Checkmate. Throw the pulse bomb high ground. Just lob it over the top. You won't. 2 rushes. Ziad in the back. Here comes the wall, though, for Good Guys. They're going to make good use of this. Going to stop Ziad doing anything. Self-destruct on the line. Which side are you going to choose? The wrong side for the Kiriko player. Sound Barrier comes in, hits 2 again for Good Guys. Kellic also letting loose the beat, but Croc staying alive. He's got Meteor Strike as well for that additional support. Ziad, though, without a self-destruct, is it going to be able to survive too much longer on this point? You've got to imagine the healing from Kellic is going to come in. That defense matrix running pretty low as well. Ends up escaping to that Mega Health Pack as Croc's taking, once again, infinite damage from Laughter. Meteor Strike coming in. Pulse Bomb connection onto the Sim. Already down. And there is the bowler straight on top of Crocs. He's going to be able to put his arm up, though. Hits that block. And actually gets a power-up punch, too. But, oh, unfortunately, Laughter too keen with the kunais. Straight between the eyes. Crocs ends up going down. Alcad still in control. 25% to go and 0 ults for Good Guys.
I can't believe they held on to the point there because it looked really good for GGA for a second there. 82% here. GGA's got no ultimates. See if Crocs can cook something up.
He's got to get power-up punch at the very least here. Still taking so much damage from across the way from Laughter. Looking like Robin Hood. It's decent damage from the Kiriko here, but Kyo ends up going down. Teleports into the backline, trying to create some space. Overtime triggered by SXJ. Crocs goes for another punch in, but Jonowich is the next to fall for Good Guys. Landed drawing the ire there of Good Guys as 13 HP Kiriko. A fine, tasty snack for a Tracer or a Doomfist, but unfortunately, they are just going to have to fight on to this rush now. And Ziad gets the final kill with the Bunny Blaster. Alcad, they're going to finish the map 2-0.
You know, kind of what we expected here, Jack. But still, there was a little bit of fight in the Doomfist. I'm coping.
Yeah, I like the Doom.
But a couple of fights here and there, and it could have been closer. I mean, I think that's just straight up true when I say it like that. But I'm just saying, GGA, they kind of gave themselves a little bit of a chance here with the Doomfist. The stats don't say that, but...
Hey, 4 and 8 on the Doom. That, like you said, that's the Doom experience, Johnny. The Doom experience is you either go crazy and you look unkillable, or you kind of get dunked on by the other team. And unfortunately, at least on this map, Croc's got a little dunked on the Doom. Although, he had a couple of good opening punches. But unfortunately, Alcad, they are still proving why they're number 1. Why is this in the...
Why are we showing this?
that was... Honestly, actually, just keep it. Just keep it in the highlights. That was good.
Who's working replay today and was like, oh, let me add this in real quick.
Let me get this one.
Crocs cooked here.
Yeah. Oh, chat's loving it, I'm sure.
Yeah, chat's loving it.
Like you said, it is kind of expected. Alcad are going to win these, but again, you know, I think good guys, they're showboaters a little bit. They like to come out, have a good time, have some funny picks, have some good Doomfist bouts, have some hog plays. You know, I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a couple of these fights here and there, because there was like a 3-on-3 on the point here, and maybe if GG are able to close that out, like they could get like 60% here on control center. And then you're like, oh, we're a fight away. There was that first fight on Night Market as well, where Qadsiah, they had used the Susu. And if you just hit one hook, no Susu available. I know there's a diva on the field, but like you can have a pick that leads to a fight win there. So I am coping out of my mind right now. But there was a few competitive fights, Jack. I don't know if that sounds promising, but they kind of were.
Someone in the chat apparently said their cat's name is Toast. That is pretty. That's a good name. Any bread-related name for a cat? I really like that because you know cats are kind of loaves when they sit down. So yeah, it's kind of cute. I like that. I like that. Shout out to that person's cat. It's pretty.
I feel like naming animals after foods can be very like hit or miss. I feel like toast works, but like I wouldn't name a cat like Meatball. If that would not.
Dude, Meatball is a phenomenal name for a cat. What are you saying? That's
really?
a sick name.
Oh, we'll have to see what chat says.
I think that's good. No,
okay.
That's good. I know a ton of people's cats' names like Nori and Mochi and stuff like that. They're really good ones too.
Yeah, like literally Zoe's cat. It's called Nori.
Yeah, Nori, and then I think Jay's cat is called Mochi. I can't remember, but yeah, good cat names. Keep them coming. Keep them coming in the chat. DHL moments though, make sure you check that out as well. You can win a trip to Stockholm in the finals, which is coming up rather soon. ESL.gg/DHL-OWCS. The link's down there. You don't need me to say it every single time, but just predict the EMEA or NA winners, and you don't even have to get it right. But if you predict Alcad, then you may be correct, or maybe a little Team Liquid after that win. Yeah, you don't have to be correct, but still, it's good times to join in because taking a trip to the World Finals, it's even better when it's free, Johnny.
Hell yeah. Love traveling. You get to go to Sweden. You just get to experience Sweden. Like, how often do you get the opportunity to do that? And you can then just check it off. Like, I went to Sweden. I've been at the Overwatch World Finals. Like, traveling is good. You go touch grass, people. Not for the next 4 or 5 hours, yeah, but in general, go touch grass. Go try different foods, different experiences. You know, go explore the world, okay? Don't just sit in Discord chat all day. Don't just be in Twitch chat all day. This is an opportunity to do kind of both. You can be at DreamHack World Finals and then also be in Discord on your phone at the same time. Great.
Yeah, you could be doing that. Or you could be, you know, watching the games live. But yeah, it would be a good time. So make sure you go check that out. Thanks to our DHL moments for that one. Suravasa, the pick for good guys now, Johnny. See what the ban's going to be, but again, it's maybe honestly at this point, Alcad, if you end up targeting Crocs, I'm going to be very mad. I'm going to be very mad. Do not
what are they
ban
cooking?
The hog. Do not ban the Doomfist.
What are they cooking with the Suravasa pick?
Oh, they actually did.
Oh,
you guys are trolling. You guys are trolling. You don't want us to have fun, Qadsiah? This is so sad.
I mean, it is a little bit sad because I would have loved to see Doomfist, but also I can't believe we're seeing a Doomfist ban. Like, even that is a little bit surreal. It's just like, wow, we banned Doomfist in 2025.
In the year 2025. I mean, when was the last time people were banning Doomfist? I don't think ever since we've had bans like in place.
Maybe yes, T1, but even then, I'm like,
oh yeah, true. Yeah, T1's actually.
Because Donghack played some Doomfist.
Donghack's Doom. I think Donghack's Doom is probably the best in like OWCS right now. I'd say. I can't think of another player that might be better than Donghack.
Well, it would have been Cardifan, but
that's true. Yeah, that's true. Cardifan there. Facts. All right, Suravasa is the bat pick. Alcad ban in the Doomfist. Freya ban though for GG. Johnny, what do you think about Freya recently? It's been creeping a little bit more. Obviously in NA as well. We've had a lot of like double flex, but with the teams that are playing more, that have more like hard hit scan players, the Freya's been steadily climbing there. It's Freya and Sojourn. Like, what do you think about Freya in this meta?
What I think has been most interesting is how you've seen Freya become like a go-to comfort hero for some, which is not too surprising. But what I guess I'm trying to say without being distracted is that, like, you see a player like Chronic, for example. Like, Chronic will just straight up just play a lot of Freya because Chronic is really good at Freya, right? But I think most of the time in Overwatch, you think very, you know, dependent on the hero skill sets. Like, oh, we need this hero. Like, Sojourn is really good at, you know, dealing with big heroes like Mauga, Roadhog. Like that's an example of like that's a reason why we're picking Sojourn, right? Sometimes Freya is not the most optimal hit scan pick, but we still see that a lot of damage players go to Freya because they find Freya to be their comfort and they find that they can have more impact on that hero. Obviously, you have a ton of burst potential, and that's something that good guys don't want to deal with right now, as they're actually going to go roll out with the Mauga.
Yeah, speaking about burst potential, you get landing a stomp on the front lines. Normally a good way of insta-killing somebody. See that going dangerously low there. Had to dive into that mega health pack, and Crocs unfortunately overstepping. Got a railgun to the back of the head. I actually don't mind the Mauga here on this map, especially this first point. But the problem is the D.Va is just so good against the Mauga. Cardiac Overdrive gets popped. Ziad just holds right-click until the cooldown expires. And then you get no health back, basically, for hitting any shots. Nice first cap from Alcad.
Yeah, but I feel like the Symmetra kind of mitigates that at least a little bit, where, okay, we're gonna play Brawl on Suravasa, which this is a really good Brawl map, right? And so now we're using Mauga and Symmetra to combine to deal with some of this D.Va protection if need be. But Jonovic getting picked, can't have that happen.
Yeah, not great. I love Mauga gameplay. I don't. I hated Mauga meta. I think it was horrible to watch, but...
What are you saying?
I'm saying that it's funny watching Mauga sometimes because D.Va's just like they are just looking at each other within an inch of each other, and Mauga's just unloading all the like both of his guns in turn. She just matrixes the whole thing, and you do no damage.
Right.
It's just like this is just like the most non-fight of all time.
Yeah. I feel like if you're gonna play like a tank hero that's a little bit, you know, unorthodox. I mean, we have been seeing a lot more Zarya at this stage. So like maybe you want to play that with it as well, and Symmetra can help with the teleporter to kind of like get Zarya around, right? But the Mauga doesn't really do anything right now, Jack.
Yeah, he kind of just chills out for a little while. Well, they did manage to get a touch at least, so overtime is triggered. Rush though for Alcad, this is dangerous. Yeah, Crocs, I don't think he's going to be able to survive.
Oh my lord.
Survive against the might of this DPS duo. Checkmate doing a lot of work there as well, cleaning up the kills. Nice little triple for the Tracer. Yeah, easy rush fight for Alcad.
Sidebar, Jack.
Sure, go.
I have Landon on my fantasy team, and Jake has Checkmate. And so I'm kind of monitoring who's doing best between Landon and Checkmate, and it's not going well because Checkmate is absolutely pounding right now.
Oh, yeah. We didn't do a fantasy segment this morning. Okay, Johnny, I have decided to join your team. I'm doing very poorly, so I've decided to join your team so I can take $50 credit. $50?
$50.
That's that might be worth it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll check in with you again. Because I suck, apparently. I'm just really bad at fantasy. Well, there's the self-destruct. Oh, nice double boot. No, Jonovic almost getting a double boot there off the map, but unfortunately mobility exists. Oh, whoa, Ziad ends up getting stunned, but Lambda receives a sound barrier just in time. Good guys also unleash their own. A rush as well for good guys might enable them to get the cap, and they do. Crocs lands a stomp onto Ziad, and the entirety of Alcad right now is split. This Lambda overclock didn't really find much of anything. A cage fight available for good guys in this next fight as well, and honestly, good guys trading beat for beat there is kind of large for them because this Crocs cage should be pretty free at this point.
Yeah, I mean, GGA's composition does quite well if you're just not able to take some of the damage that Labda is able to deal, right? So in that situation, Checkmate doing a little bit of dance right now, but Labda was so out of position that it just made Crocs' life so much easier on the Mauga in the previous fight. Kitsune Rush combined with the Sojourn, that's bad news for Crocs. But if there's no Sojourn on the field, suddenly Crocs is having a field day.
That's close. Checkmate doing a dance in there, but realistically was just looking for the third person peek. Oh, Crocs dies instantly. Ah, okay, that's not good. Well, now no cage fight can be had. Unfortunately, that's just going to be a clean flip. I think good guy, they just can't lose anybody else. Just back up, run away, hold S. Do not hold W and win, hold S, and then go back to spawn. Okay, well, you're all going to get reset. That's fine. You still got cage fight. We'll see how Alcad end up playing this, because especially this close spawn, it has changed. Like, the geometry does allow you to hold up. We'll see if good guys end up coming back in this fight. Let's get a quick listen and see how they do.
I can chip you on point.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
For me?
Wow. Bah.
Allez,
Okay.
allez.
I'm bet one.
Oh là là, I'm not taking that. Hein.
Après, you're resetting. Comment faire? Diverse.
You're one going in.
There's to be an I'm dead.
Allez, back to the lobby.
John is
I'm
dead.
gonna die as well. Please!
Yes!
No! What do you mean, yes?
It's okay, no one got you in your fantasy team. It's okay, don't.
Okay.
Okay, we can touch, you know?
No,
Sam,
I
I can
can't. No, I can't.
Yeah, you will go for it.
Yeah, and I die.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
You're playing for KD, I see. That's
I
fine.
literally can't.
Soy one.
Jack works.
Why? Can you fight with me?
You wanna fight here? Okay.
Yes.
Nothing.
I don't know.
Lui Alf.
They're all getting out.
Kiri no TP, John.
Keep
Chase Kiri. What is he doing?
I don't know, it's London.
They're all
He's
on me.
American. You don't get it.
America! We
Go
chase?
point,
No,
go
go point.
Come on.
Oh, there's a Korean on me. Yeah, Pep.
What does
Get
that
out.
mean?
Go point, I ult
come on.
first. Go point, I ult first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give up.
You spin me? I ult.
Be point.
Bro, the accusations there were crazy. What is Landon doing? He's American, you wouldn't get it. Oh, DJ Jax. Oh, tragic. Oh, Johnny, it's all falling apart, man. Oh my God, I'm still recovering from that listening, man.
Should have done the listening for that.
Yeah, we should have been. Oh no. Oh, that was tragic. Bro, it was so funny when Jonowich was like died in this spawn, and they were like, "Yeah, no, you're not on anybody's fantasy team. Don't worry, buddy." Oh, W comms actually.
Oh my lord. What is happening?
Checkmate's on the kind of flank here with this pulse bomb. Looks like SXJ may have checked him. A little mark on the tracer. Everybody's now back on the point. SXJ now looking for a small opening. No pulse bomb in SXJ's hands. Landon, Suzuing, standing up to the might of SXJ. He wouldn't get it though. He ends up TPing away and killing Kyo as well off the back of that. Sound barrier for Calyx is good. Outcad with another fight.
Oh, they were locked in. They were locked in during those comps. Oh, look at the American. He's popping off.
He's popping off.
3K for the American.
You wouldn't get it.
I wouldn't get it. Oh, here's the Zarya swap I mentioned earlier.
Oh, yes. Good. Last fight, though.
Reverse sweep territory.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the American rush here. Look at Landon on the bridge. They're just going to run it down now. Nice headshot, actually, on Crocs. Yeah, ends up just getting deleted. Checkmate.
Close.
Finishing up with the last kill. Yeah, and a 3-0 there for Alcad. God, we got... Speaking of highlight packages, we've got to get those comms. We've got to get a... You remember we used to have a comms check back in the day in Overwatch League? We need to...
Yeah, the observers do it currently, actually.
Yeah, we need to just continue. We need to make a whole, like, 2-hour montage of all these comms. They're fantastic. Checkmate with Zero Deaths, too. That is... Hey, that's good for the fantasy, Johnny.
No, this is the wrong fantasy. Oh,
well, Landon's
no.
18 and 2.
I got the American.
The American Landon.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
The checkmate is on it. That's a sugar-free Suravasa performance.
That is, yeah. Man, sugar-free yesterday was ridiculous. Always kind of the hard carry. A lot of good value pickups, by the way, for fantasy. The Tracer players, they do farm. Unfortunately, though, yes, it is going to be another loss there for good guys. But Alcad, they're looking as strong as we expected, despite the Mauga switch up here for the tank.
Look, I mean, Labda I'm playing the Sojourn and I'm playing as the Mauga. Like, I'm free farming. I think that's like best case scenario. Like, I don't think there's a hero you want to play against more than a Mauga. And so I can't even say that GGA gave themselves the best chance to win here.
Yeah, it feels like maybe the Zarya would have been a bit of it from the start, but all good. This is a really rough reset there. You're trying to reset so close to the point where, like, a good team is just going to run at you constantly, and being able to chase you down there is pretty easy. See Checkmate with a pulse. Yeah, Checkmate was dominant. Look at that, 20 kill streak, looking clean with it. Yeah, Alcad look great. I mean, there's not really much you can say, to be honest. It's just a clean victory as we go on to the next map.
No, I mean, I feel like we kind of have to mirror the communication from GGA. Like, we can't just sit here and be like intensely critical of, you know, every single mistake, because I think GGA recognizes in this one that it's going to be an incredibly difficult series, and you kind of need something like Crocs on a Doomfist to kind of like make something happen for it to be competitive, right? And there was just no way in for GGA to win some of these fights in this map with Doomfist banned especially. Yeah,
you need that playmaker. Man, we're not really a playmaker. I mean, you can. The rush is big playmaking if you land like a big stomp, like the charge, sorry. But with Doom, a bit more playmaker potential, just how mobile he is. And you can set people up with punches pretty well, although people are very good at not shooting the block, which a lot of you in solo queue should be better at doing that too. Stop giving people like Quake Dom punches, man. That guy just insta-kills people, takes over the server. We'll see where we go next. And they can't ban Doomfist at least for the next one. But if you're favoring like Rush kind of style maps, like, hey, you want to go to a King's Row? Little hybrid action, maybe?
I'm always an Esperança fan.
Esperança fan?
I am. I just think that like it's a map that you can upset people with. Boom. There we go. I called it right there and then. Because like it's push. Like I'm sorry for the people who always clown and control. The real bandit in the map rotation is push maps, because you can get rolling and get like 100 meters in like 2 seconds, because you're like, oh, we gotta first pick the first fight, we had ultimates the second fight, now we got cap, and now we're like, we got a 100-meter lead. Okay, so I'm just saying this would be my go-to upset map if you wanted to get an upset win against Hellcat.
This is insane push slander coming from you, Johnny.
I love push, but it's, come on, let's be real.
Come on.
Yeah, we need to be honest about the fact that push can lead to some upset map wins.
Yeah, okay, that's true. I thought you were hating on it, saying it was kind of like a control. We all know everybody clowns on control. It's the throwaway map at the start of the series. Come on now. Everybody clowns on it.
Yeah, but I like control too, so I can acknowledge that both push and control is a little bit fraudulent, but I still love both map types because they're really fun to watch.
I think Esperança is definitely for me. I think out of all the push maps, I think it's my favorite too, actually. I think although, yeah, again, I think the high ground is probably an issue. Especially if you win that first fight, it's just so tough to win second fight, and it's like, okay, control, and then you get checkpoint and you just kind of snowball out of control. But I think push as a mode in general, like you said, there is a lot of opportunity for upset, but the problem is if you lose lead so early, that upset potential just slowly just creeps out of distance. Diva ban, okay, and an Alari ban. Alari ban's pretty interesting. Not the best support for this map, but I don't think Alcad need to ban anything too crazy.
I mean, this opened the doors for the Road Dog, kind of, if you wanted to play a Road Dog, right?
Yeah.
Like, get the Diva out of there. You can play the Road Dog now. But to continue on with the push rant,
right?
I have to get this off my chest.
Okay, go on.
And people in chat are not going to be happy with me. I know that Apply is not going to be happy with me.
Oh, no.
But I love New Queen Street. I think it's a great map. Now, I don't like that the high ground past the cap is like so... It's just like too strong. The high ground is just way too strong, okay? But hear me out. Snow.
Okay.
It's got snow.
Was that it? Was that it?
Yeah, that's it. We don't have Volskaya anymore, so we need to treasure the snow maps. It's kind of like nighttime for some of these maps. I like nighttime maps. Everyone likes the nighttime maps, and I like snow maps. So I need to be the keeper of the snow maps. Maybe it's my Swedish heritage, but I love the snow maps.
Dude, he loves Ratha Lich King. He loves Sweden.
True!
He loves...
Get me to Dragonblight right now. I'll do some questions.
Get me to Northrend. ASAP. I think New Queen Street gets a lot more hate than it deserves. I'm going to be honest. I really like playing Tracer on that map. It's a very fun map to play on, but as a support, it feels a little rough because there are like 4 spots you can hold. That's it. Doesn't feel great.
At any point
Crocs is on hold.
Crocs is on hold. Sorry, I just kept going on.
No, it's fine. That's okay. You'll forgive it. You'll forgive it.
Okay.
Look,
we'll pick that up later.
I want to see big things for you, Johnny, because I'm half part of your fancy now, so I want to see big things from Landon here. And 3 points.
Me too. Please, Landon. Good Suzu.
Suzu. Yeah, good Suzu. He was half HP. Good Suzu, Landon. Keep it up. Well, checkmate's down, Johnny. So you know what? Jake can't get points right now because he's dead. EJS with a nice little kill there, but Siad he's going to get hooked in. But Hazard getting hooked, not quite as serious as many other things. Okay, well, that's a double for the Kiriko. Another hook onto the Hazard. Yeah, and he can just instantly use that spike guy to just block so much of that damage. This 1v1 is a 1v1 of all time. Another hook, third hook onto the Hazard, and eventually Crocs is felled by Landon.
Yeah, I feel like with Ramatra getting a slight nerf going into stage 3, Hazard has kind of just taken the place where it's like, you know what's good? Blocking. Blocking's really good, and Hazard has a very good kit, very versatile kit right now. But able to mitigate a lot of this damage from the Roadhog hooks, it just makes for a pretty natural tank pick right now, and obviously combines beautifully with Checkmate all the time.
Okay, a little queen from Crocs now. It's going to serve a little bit better into Ziad, that's for certain. Checkpoint, though, has been already capped by Qadsiah. Checkmate in with a kill onto the Kiri. But no, Crocs holding it down to the Queen. I don't mind this pick whatsoever. And in fact, Jonowitz is going to clean up Landon as they regain control of the bot. Not exactly fight, but maybe they catch Checkmate out. Jonowitz going for the 1v1 and the 8. Yes, okay. Kunai headshot. A little staggered spawn there for Checkmate. As now Good guys can get some payload progress. Or some bot progress even.
Yeah, I mean, the Jungle Queen is definitely like an unorthodox pick. We've been seeing, some Jungle Queen here and there. Hawk played it yesterday against Ramatra. Do not advise that. But it definitely throw a, spanner in the works here.
Oh, double rush. Nice TP, though. Wow, Landon was like 1 HP. Pulls one for SXJ, a little wide. Just made a small dent in the floor, but it's all good. Amongst the chaos, Landon is fallen. I mean, now Qadsiah, they're going to have to seriously think about backing up. Looks like Ziad just trying to make things even, trying to go for one pick, but another fight win from Good guys, and here picking up that last kill. I mean, Alcad again, they're kind of faltering in this mid-fight, and this should be a late kill on Lambda too, although Kelix does swing in for the rescue on the Lucio, but not to be found. Nice chase from Crocs.
Yeah, this is really good and punishing some of these players on Qadsiah. Obviously, like you said, there's a ton of damage to Ziad in the tank line duel. But later on, you can see the shout, and they're really pushing some of these low HP targets, like Kelix, for example, like really making things troublesome for them. And coming up on this rampage as well. Obviously, you have to wait for the Susu, but it could be a massive ultimate to swing things in the way of GGA.
Man, the punishment here on the front line. Crocs is taking infinite damage. And I like that lag spray though, and waiting for that Suzu. There it is.
No Suzu!
And a break to the back line. Kelix, Ziad, anti. Nice rampage coming through from Crocs. SXJ with the cleanup as Croc hunts for more. Spots out Checkmate, but this is the bot moving. And Johnny, this is going to be lead taken as well.
Yeah, things are starting to look really good here. Just snowballing with this Junker Queen pick. As well, SXJ, you got a pull spawn coming up on a Kitsune Rush. This is the momentum that I talked about coming in GGA's favor. Now, you have an opportunity to win this map. Can you close things out?
SXJ with a pulse bomb. Spots Ziad on the high ground. Maybe even thinking, Alcad are going to come height too, using a little staircase on the left-hand side. Now, Checkmate in his sights. Crocs is going to go in again. I mean, look at how fast Ziad is falling. I mean, jumping in, walling off, trying to get heals, but a rush coming in for Good guys. They've got the bot on their side of the map as well, so they can get even more push. Checkmate takes down the Freya, but realistically, it's not going to matter. A late death here for Landon as well is not good looks for Qadsiah. Trying to get away, use that TP, but Jonowitz maybe even follow up with a kill. They're in the mega health pack room, so if they get these late kills here, it's going to be disaster for Alcad. Post bomb for Checkmate off screen, actually does end up connecting with Crocs, but ends up shrugging it off. And now the wraparound comes in, it's Lambda. Wings clipped, Crocs takes him out. Come for the Queen, you best not miss. Alcad, they got 3 ults, they've stolen the bot and they're resetting to mid now.
But still, though, they're at a man disadvantage here, and they might be pushing the bot, but this is not going to yield anything. Landon is going to drop the Kitsune Rush, but GGA quite happy to just back away from this one. Oh, but Crocs goes down. That's terrible news.
Really nice burst there onto Crocs. And a good downpour too. Actually, he ended up connecting with 2. Okay.
Yeah, the Kitsune Rush there really helpful from Landon, of course, because it looked shaky there for a second. And now Qadsiah, they have the momentum in their favor. Coming up on this Bola shot as well. Jonowitz, AJ in the previous map here, Jack.
Redemption.
If we see that happen again right here, that just can't happen.
Now check this out, check this out. Okay, Kyo's dead. Well, that's not good. Jonowitz, do not. My heart leapt as well. I'm like, oh my god, no, don't. Okay, well, unfortunately, I mean, Alcad now have taken the lead. All that momentum taken out of the sails of GGA. They're finding pigs, but yeah, the majority of Alcad are still alive. Calyx is going to be able to come back with B. It's going to be a beat fight, maybe even a rush too to start us off with.
Yeah, I feel like you have to avoid it for Crocs here. You can't really utilize the Rampage because you're going to need it later on. You have to try to win with this Kitsune Rush from Eggs. And that's a nice pick on the checkmate, actually. Now you can utilize Kitsune Rush. This should be a relatively cheap fight win here for GGA. And yes, you're down in the hole now, but you at least have the ultimates required to try to bring this one back.
Yeah, you hit a good Rampage here. Maybe, you know, try and force out Suzu, hit a Rampage, and then make Calyx use beat. Use a later beat for yourselves. I think that's going to be the game plan. Crocs sniffing out the flank. Almost lands that knife, actually, as well. Ziad's already in, though. They're trying to go for a big flank. Soundbarrier in, actually. Prompts a response. Bonus goes wide. Crocs dodges. A stick onto the Queen. An axe swing straight on top. Ziad ends up going down. That Rampage damage plus the denial of the healing there comes in clutch. Nice little Gracie onto Lambda, but Lambda too slippery. Ends up using the updraft to get away. Jonowitz with the chase, and now in a 1v1 versus Landon. Suzu used. Nice little boop into the corner. He's trying to find the win. He's trying to find this single kill, but Landon, he's getting away. A nice kill from Crocs, though, will even the tide. However, with Checkmate still alive, anything is possible for Qadsiah. A fight in the mid, not exactly good for GGA either, Johnny. They need clean fights here to gain the lead again.
Absolutely. Qadsiah are wasting so much time right now, and good guys, rather. They would have really needed a fight win here because now Qadsiah, they're able to regroup. They have a Kitsune Rush to go. 2 minutes 20 to go here. GGA desperately looking for some kind of win condition. This next fight is going to be a big uphill battle.
Rush as well for Landon. Nothing left in their arsenal, but they might not even need it. A teleport from EGS to get away. Downpour. Oh, and it's a big one too. Connects with 3 people, maybe even 4. The person under the bridge. Nice little amping up from Jonowitz. Crocs just trying to get back to the point, trying to stall, trying to just die there so they can spawn together. Oh, Ziad, standing tall, my son. 1 minute and 45 seconds to go. 111 meters in the bank, Johnny. Uphill battle indeed. Ult's coming online, though, for GGA.
Ults are coming online here, but I feel like Ziad has made a nice adaptation in the middle of this map. Early on, Ziad was getting caught a lot by the damage from Crocs, and GGA were targeting him, but now I feel like Ziad is playing more careful, not getting picked as much here. So how can you find an early pick in one of these fights if Ziad is playing better?
And it's just going to aggro. Jonowitz with the
American
checkmate with the American. You wouldn't get it. Keo does end up getting traded for Labda. All good, though. Again, Alcad, they're basically just stacking ults at this point, Johnny. Don't use any. Just wait for the last fight. But GGA, they've got a good opportunity. Again, double support ult and Rampage up.
Yeah, I feel like the problem for Qadsiah here is, though, that they need to get the ultimates out. Because they can't let GGA get away with cheap fight wins here. You kind of need them to waste some kind of ultimate here in this one.
This ends now. Landon dead, checkmate down.
Another cheap fight win.
Keo. Another fight win, and a cheap one at that. Just save Keo. Okay, only 1 casualty of war there, but they find the team kill.
They find the team kill and lead, and for Qadsiah, this now spells, you know, kind of bad for them because they will come up on this sound barrier, but they're going to be at quite a disadvantage here. How can they avoid this Kitsune Rush? Can they put pressure on Jonowitz again? Obviously, they know Jonowitz has the sound barrier here. Can you maybe force a mistake?
They've got to go early, Johnny. I really do think GGA need to just go now. Ziad's already in, gets pulled in briefly there with the knife. A small boop away, half HP now is the hazard. Teasing this upwards climb here. They're waiting for this sound barrier to come online, that being Qadsiah, and it just came on in just like, what, a couple of seconds ago. Sound barrier connects, Jonowitz in trouble though. Oh, the 3 bolts! They're just raining on his head, but the sound barrier ended up connecting just in time. Jonowitz does end up going down, a Rampage connects with the tank at the end, it does end up getting cleansed. As SA share Crocs, they keep them alive. GGA have found the fight win. They burned both support ultimates though. So this is now the final fight. Landon's got the rush, and that is going to be the deal breaker here for GGA if it's successful.
Yeah, you can't sit back here now on the card. You have to push aggressive. You have to be proactive and try to find a pick early here. Obviously, you know Landon is going to have this Kitsune Rush. Can you force a Suzu early? Landon drops slow. That would have been a massive pick. He's won! Oh, it was so close.
Rush, but it's in a good spot, Johnny. It's on the point. Checkmate ends up going down. Pulse bomb goes wide. Bot continues to be pushed here. 4 good guys.
EGS does manage to kill Ziad too, but SXJ is basically a non-factor in this fight right now. Has to continue to touch the bot. Spawn positions are so close. EGS trying to heal everybody up, but Crocs goes out of LOS. Laughter takes the kill, and with that, it is just SXJ on the points. No recall, one blink remains, and now Qadsiah hold on. A series win for the team, but Esperança way closer than they expected.
Wow. I mean, Landon had essentially 1 health. We were 1 health away, 1 health point away from GGA having a 5 versus 4 man advantage in that very last fight there. That was ridiculously close. And SXJ almost came up with the individual play that would have resulted in a map win for GGA. So you gotta give them credit. You know, they left it all out there in map 3. They got so close to a map win against the best team in EMEA.
Yeah, that is a map you can go back and review as well. Like, okay, this was close. Like, how did we do it?
Yeah, SXJ, unfortunately, in that situation too, you're so like stuck to the bot. You can't like follow up with Crocs' aggressive positioning. Checkmate in the end came up with a couple of kills too. That was a close one, man. That could have very much been a map number 4. You're feeling pretty proud if you're GGA right now. Unfortunately, though, it is Alcad still on top. 6-0, Johnny. And I think that's 18-2. Plus, which is a plus 16 map differential.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, they've been ridiculously dominant so far. Qadsiah, best team in EMEA, like I've said several times throughout this cast, and they just won't drop a beat in this one. Curious though how, you know, the Junker Queen gave them some problems, but at the end of the day, Qadsiah, they're clinical, Ash. They closed it out.
Yeah, they definitely are clinical. The 3-0 that we expected from Alcad, but more of a bite back, I think, than we were expecting from Good Guys in this matchup. Like, Esperança being that close, it being so close to even Good Guys taking a victory there and taking us to a map 4 is insane for a team that is down in that 7/8 slot there for rankings right now, Jaws.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. You're so happy, actually. I think they can come away with this one and go, okay, actually, we locked it. We did the Dildogs. We're going to lock in for a second, guys. And they made that extremely close. First 2 maps, not quite there. Obviously, we saw Crocs, Hog, Doomfist having a little bit of fun, but they really started to, you know, believe in themselves halfway through map number 2 as well. I mean, it was impressive, honestly. Taking an Esperança that close, and even Johnny was kind of saying, like, look, these map types, these push game modes are comebackable, and especially for teams that are underrated like that, it is possible. It is possible. Unlike Control.
Yeah, because even in the end there, like what, GGA had 77 meters, and Qadsiah had like 111.
11, yeah.
Yeah, and GGA, they're like, we got 4 ultimates, and we just want to fight just using the overclock. Suddenly, we have the ultimate advantage here going into OT, and we're 1 fight win away from closing things out. So that's what happens on push, right? It gets ridiculously close. This was a huge fight from Keo that kind of like set up the entire overtime scenario to begin with. So yeah, ridiculously close, and I think for GGA as well, it's a good sign that it's this close because they have a match against Peps next week. And if you're able to win that, we have like a 3-team tie scenario for the 7th and final relegation spot, right? So
yeah,
GGA, they're very much fighting for their lives in OWCS.
They definitely are, and I think that a close match like this, despite the loss, definitely lights a little bit of fire under them, potentially heading into the week 6 there, like you were talking about, Johnny. The fact that, you know, it might give them a little bit of that confidence boost, seeing how close they were able to take it on this map of Esperança up against a team like Qadsiah. Overall, though, I think that I'm excited to honestly talk to Good Guys in a little bit. We're going to do a little losers interview this time around, maybe chat with them about the cats and everything like that. But that lower portion of the standings is definitely looking super scary. But EGS, how are you doing? We wanted to get a quick chat with you guys ahead of week 6. And first things first, I heard that you would love to get a cat named World Eater 3000. Sick name. I have another cat name that I want to get. If I get a third one, I can't say it on broadcast though, so I'll plug it into chat later. I do have my cat Toad here as well. So tell us a little bit more. I think that what was really impressive is in a underdog matchup like today, for me, getting to listen into your guys' comms throughout the broadcast and seeing how you guys are able to maintain like those good vibes and that good energy into a match like this, can you walk me through it? Like, what are like the personalities on the team like? And I feel like it's just such like a huge boon to have for a team.
The personalities on the team are all of us are kind of differently vibed. I've been playing for years already with Crocs and Kia, so I know like how they think, how they behave in a team environment. But like Simon is the most like normal one out of us, I could tell. I mean a 6J, not Simon. Sorry.
The most normal.
Yeah, and with the
That's a good way.
the most normal one. That's all I can say. I feel like Crocs is by most the craziest one out of all of us.
Is he bringing the vibes all the time then? Like making everybody laugh,
Oh, yeah,
that kind of thing?
He's the most loud one, of course. He just screams a lot. Sometimes just starts singing random songs and all of that.
I mean, you got to have like good vibes, like mental vibes too, going into this series. Obviously, Alcad are undefeated. What was going through your head though with that last map? Because that was very close. You guys must be actually really happy with the performance on Esperança.
I thought we could win that. We kind of fumbled the last fight mostly. I was really going into this match. I thought that we would just get 3-0'd in like half an hour. It was a little bit longer than that. I thought we couldn't even take a map, not even a point, but we didn't. It was close though, closer than I expected, even on the last map.
Yeah, I mean, it looked really close from our perspective because you almost killed Landon, who had that Kitsune rush, obviously. And like, if you're able to get that pick, suddenly the last fight become way more winnable for you guys, right? And you almost closed out the map. So it looked like you made the right play. Didn't manage to kill Landon, which was unfortunate, and so we were so close to a map win. But I think we gotta end it with the cat stuff here. You have a cat poster in the back as well. You just love cats in general. Is that the vibe?
No, I actually got a dog. I don't have a cat.
Right, let's go.
Yeah, I got a dog. He's somewhere behind me. I don't even know where exactly. I was just joking
What's
with
your
the
name?
team about Jerry, like from Tom and Jerry.
Oh,
And then one day I was like, I would get a cat, and if I would call him like Planet Destroyer or something like that. So I just asked the admins what would they call cats. You can just call cats the most random names and it will stick around.
yeah,
I think it's the most fun,
true.
right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Is anyone
I
else on the
like to-
team?
a red cat.
it's a get name.
Yeah, a red cat called like fucking War Destroyer is just very good.
That's fire. That is super fire. Does anyone else on the team have a cat?
Our manager has
on
Crocs
you
has
guys?
2, I feel like. And I don't know who. I don't know about anyone else. I know Crocs, I think, has 2, and our manager has like 1 or 2.
Okay, fair. We're gonna need you guys to post some pet pictures on Twitter later. We need the pet
think
pics.
they
Want to
already
see your
did.
dog Jerry too? Absolutely. love
I
that.
don't have any pictures of him. Like actually,
You gotta go take one. I have one last
Yeah, okay.
question. I think recircling back over to week 6, do you feel like, I know that it was hard for you guys to lose out on Esperança, but now knowing that you guys are like so close to beating the top team in the region, do you feel like that has injected a little bit more confidence into the team going into week 6, heading up against Peps?
I believe we can win that match. I really hope we can win it and qualify for playoffs. Someone did the math, and I think there's a scenario we can actually like be above them, and Genji is still above them because they won. I don't remember how it goes, but like if we win the game, I think 3-0 we qualify. Someone did the math. I don't remember who.
Well,
Just gotta
we'll
believe.
definitely keep our eyes out for that. It's always nice to know that there's
Okay.
still like that hope to work on right there, EGS. But again, it was so nice to talk to you. Thank you so much for doing the interview. And it was great getting to know more about maybe the future cat that you'll be getting one day.
One day, or day one.
World Destroyer.